What's up, YouTube? Today is Sunday, April 16th, and it's been 3 days since the surgery. It's about 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern. I'm at home now, just trying to give an update. I was in the hospital one day. They let me go, and to be honest, I might have been better off staying one more day. The pain was a little worse the second day than the first, probably because some of the anesthesia wore off, but it wasn't unbearable. I've been controlling it with Tylenol, taking about 2 Tylenol extra strength every 6 hours. Once that kicks in, the incision pain in the front is probably the worst pain. The back pains just kind of aches, like if you've been laying in bed too long. Doing the log roll, getting out of bed, you could just feel it pulling on that incision. The incision's probably about 6 inches long, right below my belly button. I've been using a bone stimulator an hour in the morning, hour in the afternoon. The first night I didn't sleep well. If you remember from my other video, man, I slept maybe 30 minutes the night before surgery. And in the hospital, I probably slept 2 hours, people coming in and out. All that stuff hooked to you, tons of people coming in and out. The first night here, I didn't sleep great, but way better than in the hospital. And then last night, I probably slept 7 hours, so I'm getting back on that schedule. I guess felt like I had a little fever. One day I was kind of shivering, so I felt cold. Took my temperature. I think I was a little over 100 or 101. The Tylenol kind of knocked that out, and I felt fine. Haven't had it since. But I guess bottom line is surgery is pretty demanding on your body. I was thinking back today how in the pre-op, I met the one doctor that had to cut the front, move all the stuff. Then I met my surgeon, anesthesiologist guy. There was a nerve guy who put these tabs on me. It was a little different this time because I remember actually being on the gurney or whatever they call it, taking me to the operating room, looking up, seeing the lights, hearing people talking. I remember them moving me over onto the operating bed. Normally, the last 2 surgeries I had, man, I was out before I even hit the operating room. And then after that, I remember waking up in the recovery room, hearing somebody talking to me. Of course, you're like, are they talking to me or the other 6 people in that room? Always a weird feeling. Trying to think of other things. Well, I noticed my lip was swollen. Also, I could tell I had a little cut in my top of my mouth where I'm sure they put in the breathing tube. I'd really like to know what happened to my lip, though. I'm like thinking, did they drop me? Just weird, because I know before surgery there was, nothing swollen here. It's pretty much gone now, but I'm just trying to give everybody an honest opinion of what, a surgery. I only had one level L4L5 revision surgery coming in from the front, putting in the, cage, But I will say, you know, my back feels okay. I feel like once the incision, you know, I guess you worry. The other night I was worried, man, is it getting infected? But you can't see it, so they're like, oh, if you see pus or it smells bad or whatever, you need to call the hospital back or your doctor. Well, it's bandage. I can't see it, and they say don't touch the bandage. So, you know, it's kind of tough to decide. It was really tender that second night. Now it's not too bad. I mean, if I push it, yeah, it's sore. But figure that's going to be, you know, 2 to 3 weeks. Then that's going to go. When I get out of bed doing the log roll and I push up, you know, to sit up, I can feel it pulling the skin. But that has gotten better as well. The bone stimulator, you shouldn't really feel it, but it's weird. And even the surgeon said, yeah, you might feel a little tingling or something. And it's weird. I felt a little different, you know, when I'm doing that. I'm trying to do that from 9 to 10 every day. And then the afternoon, you know, for an hour around 4 or 5 o'clock. They want you to do it 2 hours a day. I guess you could do it 2 hours straight, but they also said you could break it up. But doing it any longer doesn't really help. Just trying to get a lot of bone growth in there. I'll have a 2-week follow-up with the physician's assistant. I can't drive or anything till then, or until I see them. Going to continue to try to just take, you know, extra strength Tylenol. I do have some muscle relaxers. They called in some of the Percocets or whatever the opioids are. My pharmacy kind of put out a red flag on them, which I'm going to call Monday tomorrow and just say, hey, my pharmacy, don't even worry about filling them. I'm not going to use them. And I've, you know, still got some left over from my other 2 surgeries that I never took. Again, I didn't use the morphine pump at all in the hospital. I probably could have, but I felt like the muscle relaxer they had me on was fine. And I don't like that lightheaded feeling, that dizziness. I've still got a little of that. I drink a lot of water. Just trying to get all that through. Whatever anesthesia left over, any kind of medicines, just so I can start feeling normal. I feel much better today than I did yesterday, and you know, each day I'm sure I'm going to get a little better, and it's probably going to be, you know, a good month or 2 before I can even tell if the surgery was successful. You know, and it may be 4, 5, 6 months to really tell, because I don't want to get in those positions that cause pain before the surgery. You know, I said I was fine most positions, but if I bent over, picked up anything heavy, you know, case of water, bent down to wash the car, you know, that kind of stuff hurt. So in 6 months, I'll probably be able to try some of those things, and see if it was successful or if I'm right where I was. Now, the good thing is, before surgery, I said if I wake up and I'm not like in excruciating pain, like a sciatic pain or something, you know, that would be a plus. Because I was worried, you know, something could go wrong and I could be worse off than even when I went in. And so far, you know, none of that happened. So just going to take it easy, and, you know, it's going to take time. But I'll try to update maybe at my 2-week appointment. I'm sure they're going to take off the bandage, look at it, see how it's healing, make sure it's not infected. Then at the, I don't know if it's 1 month or 2 month mark, the surgeon will do an x-ray, see if we're getting any bone growth in there. But again, if anybody has any questions about the surgery or any questions about what they're going through. As always, I'm not a doctor, not making money doing this, just trying to give everybody, as much information as I can give them, because, like I said, I talked to so many different surgeons, watched so many YouTube videos, met with people in other states, talked to people from all over, just trying to find out what's the best way. So good luck if you're suffering back pain, and if you got any questions, post them below and I'll comment, because I got nothing else to do. All right, thanks.